What's up, everybody? Welcome to the K-1 Agenda, episode 47. Today, it's March 26, 2021. I'm so stoked. Today is the release of the Optic Nerve Uncharted LP on Axis Records. That's Jeff Mills' Axis Records. I'm so proud of this and the fact that Jeff actually emailed me and asked me to make a concept sci-fi album for Axis and the Escape Velocity series. So today is the day it's released. You can go to Axis and pick it up, digital download. And once again, I got to give it up to, thank you so much, Jeff, for giving me a chance to do this. It took me about 4 months maybe to complete. I took my time on making this album, and it's one of my best works. It'll be more information coming on it, interviews and magazine interviews, and the concept behind the album and what the story tells about the whole album from track 1 to the end of the whole LP. But I can't be any more happier, and everybody knows I want to send shouts out to Dr. Yeager for some of the female vocals in it. Shouts out to Black Tony for helping me with some of the concepts. And also to Strand for doing the impeccable mix down of all the music. I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to it. So pick that up. It releases today. Go to axisrecords.com to pick that up. Also, releasing May 21st, 2021 will be the Robotics EP with me, myself, DJ Digital, and Anthony Rother, and that's called the Robotics E on Mechatronica Records. So the release date has finally been told to us. It's May 21st, 2021. Proud of that. This is a very awesome EP with, to me, 3 artists that's been down with the Electro from the beginning, and I'm proud to be a part of it, and I like that we could give something different. And I'm looking forward to my track, which is titled Other Worlds, which shows my growth on electro and doing some different styles. Anything I'm doing on any kind of labels now will always be a little bit different to show growth and try to grow. Also, I'm very proud of this one. I just finished over 2 weeks ago a collaboration with the Soma Records group Slam. So it's already complete. They already did the mix down. The Slam guys did the remix. I mean, they did the actual mix down, and I added some parts to the song. So I'm looking forward to that. It sounds really good, and I'm so glad and really proud, and I mean, really touched that they actually asked me to be a part of the project. So thank you, guys. Puzzlebox news. First off, I want to say go check out Alataj.com, which is located out of Brazil. I just completed the it's called the identity mix of all my Optic Nerve music, just a smidgen of my Optic Nerve music. It's an all DJ mix of all my Optic Nerve stuff that's on their located on their site, and also SoundCloud, and has a short interview. So you can go check that out on my Facebook page, my social media page, to check that out. I'm real proud of that. That's just one of 4 DJ mixes that I'll be doing this year. The next mix coming up will be K-1 DJ mix with all my electro stuff. Also, I want to say The distribution, once again, is about to launch at the end of the month or probably the first week in April with all the new new releases coming out and also repressings of the Puzzlebox Records, as well as some of my DBC, Direct Beat Classic stuff that was released on the label Direct Beat Classics when I was a part of that. Also, please, people, pick it up. It just came out. This is the new Optic Nerve HUD t-shirt. Pick it up. They're selling really well. You can see the link below in the text. And I want us to give a special shout out to Kyle Irvine, who did the actual artwork for me, who does all the concept work now for Optic Nerve. So pick that up. Also, as you can see, I'm wearing one of the Puzzlebox Records hoodies. You can pick that up as well. Always look out on social media because twice a month I have a sale, which is 35% off everything in the store, which, you know, you can get Optic Nerve cups, you got the hoodies, you got laptop bags, stickers, anything related to all the logos that I've done over the years. And once again, you can support me by, you know, just grabbing some of that stuff. And once again, always watch out. Twice a month, there's always a 35% sale. So look for that. Hey, what's up, everybody? I just want to let you know that now the Optic Nerve t-shirts is available. Alien FM t-shirts is available. All my designs I did formerly when I was in AUX88, all the designs I did for Direct Beat Classics, all the Detroit designs I did, you can get them in t-shirts, hoodies, baseball shirts, coffee mugs, phone cases, laptop bags. Everything is available. And you can order this and have pretty good, reasonable shipping because the t-shirts are printed in countries all around the world. So please take note. Here's the link, and you can buy all the material. And keep watching out because I have a sale twice a month where it's 35% off everything in the store. So thank you once again for supporting, and look for those new designs coming. Thank you. K-1 out. I want to also speak on the Puzzlebox Records upcoming releases. Keep in mind, the newest release will be PBX 32, which is Stargazing with me and Gerald Donald from Doppler Effect. That'll be coming out soon. I'm just waiting on the pressings. It's already done. It's just waiting on the pressings to come from Archer. And then it's on and popping, and we'll have that. It'll be available probably after it comes out, probably another month before it'll be on digital download. But first it'll be on vinyl. I like to try to make them come out together, but sometimes it's hard to do. Also, the next release after that will be Optic Nerve meets Strand, which will be PBX 33. Check out this artwork. I'm glad to work with my friends, and I'm a fan. I love Strand's music. Their stuff is great. Marty Bond, Strand, Catch, all of them. I looped them in all as a family, man, because they helped me start my thing up and keep me grounded. And once again, send shouts out to Brian Boyer, Brian Bonds, and Catch Harrington, Marty Bonds, and Anthony Shakir. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm looking forward to this release. Also coming up is a remix that I did for Francois Dillinger on Diffuse Reality Records. It comes out April 23rd, and the remix I did is entitled Dream Thief, which is a K-1 remix. I want to speak on this. This is anything not against Francois Dillinger. He's a great guy. I'm having some issues now with all these remixes that I've been doing over the last year and a half. These labels keep putting remix by AUX88. I'm going to call them out. That's fine, but please put K-1, formerly of AUX88. Don't try to use AUX88 name to get you on when I'm the one who did the remix. So I'm going to start calling people out for that. And you know, I could shut it all down by just sending the disclosure on the mix because you didn't do it right, like I told you. So I'm going to let this one fly, but please know that anything comes out for me that's remixes is remixed by K-1, not AUX88. I was a former member of AUX88. So labels, don't try that. Don't Don't even try that with me anymore. I'm going to let it slide this last time because we've already discussed it when I gave the remix. It's K-1. If you want to put AUX88, you put formerly of AUX88. Don't put only remixed by AUX88 and don't put my name in there. Oh, I was furious, man, but that's okay. That's all right. You're going to learn today, as Kevin Hart says. You're going to learn today. Also, let's get back to anything that's going on with Puzzlebox Records. Repressed and in stock for the new distribution will be PBX 29 Modular World, which is my K-1 EP with my electro music. Get it. It's been repressed and in stock, selling like crazy. People just not getting hip to it. Also, PBX 30, which is my collaboration with Black Tony, Alien FM. It's called Monochromatic Images. And look out this year because I will be repressing the original Alien FM, which was on 430 West Records. That's a double pack. Also, repressed will be PBX 31, Mad Scientist Voice Modulation. And those will all be available in the coming weeks, probably a week or 2 weeks, when the distribution for Puzzlebox starts up. So, once again, thank you all for your support for this segment of Puzzlebox Records. And I have to speak once again, man. I've been doing this for a long time, and I do know I know about business, I know about contracts. And, you know, when I say I'm going to do a remix and you're paying me for it, and you ask me what name is it under, and I tell you specifically that you know you're getting a remix from Keith Tucker, K-1, formerly of AUX88, and then you still you put the name of the track, and then you just put remix by AUX88. I'm just calling it out like it is, people. Do you feel that's fair? No, I've moved on, and I am trying to show you what I can do. You've already saw what I can do when I've been with other groups, how much work I put 110% in. So now it's about, once again, I'm going to say this, the K-1 agenda is about what I can do. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Question of the Week. Question of the Week. And remember this, people. You can always email me if you have any questions at Puzlebox@puzzleboxrecords.com. For any questions you might have, I'm happy to answer anything related to the past, future, or present. And the question is, it was kind of confusing, but maybe I can help the person. He says, how do you compose mostly MIDI or audio or live? Well, I guess to that question, I mean, I always compose via, yeah, I guess I see sort of what you mean. I first kind of start off, you know, it's all pretty much programmed by MIDI first. And then I always, you know, play around maybe with a melody first or bass line. And then I might transfer the parts into audio. But basically, it's usually MIDI, and my tracks and the way I do music is more loop-based. So a lot of people don't have the knack for hearing something over and over and over. Everything is groove-based and loop-based. That's what I usually do. But good question. I always start off with, you know, just plucking around on the keyboards live, you know, to see what it is that I want to come up with, and just have a basic beat playing or something, you know, and start from there. That's a good question, as they all are good questions. But once again, if you have any more questions, please email me at Puzlebox@puzzleboxrecords.com. Thank you. Okay, old pick and video. Once again, I'm doing a lot of stuff from the very first that documentary that we put together for the Portrait of Electronic Band. Plenty of interviews, and this guy is no exception, man. I've been knowing him for a long time, man. He knows so much about electronic music because he's a part of it as well. He's from the group Ectomorph. Here's Brendan Gillian, and I want you to check out Brendan because Brendan knows what he's talking about. Brendan was down with everything. Haven't seen Brendan in a while, man. Love you, bro. Always good to see you and talk to you, man. And check out Brendan, man, because Brendan's a cool cat, man. He's been down with Electro for years and making it and touring, and I've seen them out on the road. So check this out. This is Brendan Gillian talking about just giving his expertise of, what we created with AUX88, how I got started, and talking about, radio, and just this is some of the outtakes that wasn't included in the documentary. Check it out. 1 second. State your name and your record label.
Okay, hey, I'm Brendan M. Gillian, BMG. Interdimensional Transmissions, Ectomorph, and a number of other things. Some clandestine.
Some clandestine. I'm going to read the questions off to you, and you can repeat the question and answer at the same time. Cool. How or when did you first meet any of the members of AUX88?
Let's see. I believe I first met Keith Tucker through Shake. They were working on, I believe, the first Puzlebox stuff. It was, Shake had the sampler stuff, Piece of Ice, and that Claude had used on the DJ Kick mix CD. And so Shake had started collaborating with him. I think that's when I first personally met him. Right. Before that, I'd seen AUX88 perform live, and I'd heard, records for, a long time. I think I first heard, Keith's music with, I think it was Frequency on Metroplex Television, I think it was. So that's where I first heard of him, and then it was the Sight Beyond Sight stuff, like house, deep house stuff, and then the Optic Nerve stuff that was more like classic Detroit techno, and then the whole. When the direct beat thing took off, it became like, now it would be like an internet meme or something. It's like, it was a concept, so I knew all that, but when I first personally met him, I think it was with Shake and Puzlebox, the first Puzlebox stuff.
Okay. Come over so we
can you remember what year?
No, that would have to be the, whatever year the first Puzlebox was.
95.
Like 95. Yeah. Oh yeah, like 95. And then I remember like in 96, or I think it was 96, or when was Puzzlebox 3, the one with Face Your Fate?
98.
98. I just remember that record being a real anthem for us. The lyrics were perfect. It was vengeful but seductive at the same time.
Okay.
Who does that?
Well, let me see. When or how did you first hear about AUX88?
Yeah, so my AUX mind. It was. I think I'd actually heard the double pack, the blue and silver double pack on 430 West. When it was brand new. I think it was at like 93 or something, or 94. But like I heard that one that has like the Miami bass type samples in it and stuff.
Okay. But
then the direct beat stuff started, and that was it was like a new kind of Detroit dance music. It was its influences, but it was like techno and electro at the same time. I think you guys called it techno bass.
Okay. So sum up in one word each person or entity, one that you find. Just in one word, like Tommy Hamilton, Keith Tucker. Let me rephrase that.
Sure.
Sum up in one word, Alien FM.
Okay. So,
or let me restate that.
It might be hard with one word.
Yeah, one word. Let me see. Your take on any particular group name that I throw out. Alien FM.
Yeah, so like, Deep Sonic.
Okay. Optic Nerve.
Yeah, like exploratory. It's techno, but it's like soulful, like reaching. It's like reaching for something more than even is in the music.
Okay. Positronics.
That's the real Detroit street music.
Okay. One question I have is, what if anything has the group AUX88 brought different than any other techno or electro group in Detroit?
they made a commodifiable sound. It was very professional. The presentation was professional. They were able to come out with records on a very regular basis and had a long run of like innovative records. Like they're all hypnotic and they're not like explicit. It's like it allows a lot of your imagination to be in there. It feels like it's musicians playing it. It doesn't feel like it's like gear obsessive stuff or it's like overly obsessive about this or that. It's about like this hypnotic groove that's like classy but also Detroit street. It's a very unique thing. It's not easy to do. People don't understand the history of electro. They don't remember Pretty Tony. They don't remember like techno hop or techno cut, or when Ice-T started out, he made like Reckless, Electro Jam. People don't remember that, and it's like you hear all that in Ox 88, but it isn't doing it like in a silly way. It's like it has that class that, you know, because you grew up on One Atkins. It's like Detroit. It's like we had such a classy take on this sound, but it's like it's a culmination of what had actually moved Detroit. People think like Detroit techno was big in Detroit. It was only like a single cut would get played here and there, like From Beyond or a little slice of a Rhythm is Rhythm piece. But like it was Juan Atkins got played on Detroit radio like it was classic, you know, like it was Parliament. You know, it was huge. It was everywhere you went. It was bigger than Egyptian Lover, but it was bigger than pop music, and it was. It's like you guys made the soundtrack of what everybody heard when they listened to, say, like, you know, Gary Chandler when he played at the Dancery or whatever. It was the soundtrack of that, but it was made in a Detroit way that respected techno, and it was like respectful to its audience rather than like a lot of times that kind of music could be attempting to take advantage of an audience, you know, like exploitative, and where this was like allowed the, you know, I don't know, it elevated it to an art form. And it's around the time where Ghetto Tech blew up and stuff, and you know, like I mean, those guys took your bassline style, like, you know, it's in Godfather's style, you know, it's even in Ade's style, you know, it's in there. I mean, you guys created the blueprint of like a Detroit street sound, but again, the way you did it was not dumb. It wasn't chitty chitty bang bang, you know, like Eric Travis was like constantly doing Chitty Chitty Bang Bang over and over again. It's like, or which was cool, but it was like the 90th time. You're like, what? I mean, programming. It's like, how can you even touch it? It's like a classic from like before like we all start this stuff. But it, you know, later on it becomes like a repetitive pattern, rolling right through time, or like. You know, you guys didn't say explicit words. It wasn't like ass and titties or hose on the floor, you know, or like insulting things and stuff. It was like things to elevate your mind, you know. And it wasn't just derivative of the Metroplex mentality. It had expanded from that and included how techno grew. It included what was good about it. I mean, it comes up in Optic Nerve and Alien FM, like the Detroit techno. Real Detroit techno influence, the pads, the soul that's in there. People don't see it, but it's there. So I think with AUX 88 it was something, and when I say AUX 88, I mean like every project that was related to it that sounds like Positronics, or you could go on through all the different, you know, direct beat records. But you know, even like the Will Webb stuff, they like had a feel of what you guys had laid down, and it's like a moment in time that's gone. But when I think back on it, it was like one of the most solid things that happened. I mean, did you guys get any songs in regular rotation on WJLB?
Yes, definitely.
Like I thought there.
Shake It, AUX Mine, Direct Drive.
Yeah,
definitely. And the DJ Spins the Sound. Those was played.
Like now that, and then for people who aren't from Detroit, that's such a major achievement. That's a commercial station that wants to have nothing to do with the city of Detroit. It just wants to make money by selling ads in the city of Detroit. But for Detroit artists to make it in regular rotation on the station that hates its own city is like a beautiful thing. I mean, it was incredible. It was like, I mean, because like what the other thing is like, you had like JIT. Jit.
Yep.
You know, it's like this stuff. Like it referenced more. It's like that's why I always loved it, because it had the musicianship and it had the groove, but also it had the nastiness of what like street music is.
Let me see. In the early '80s, I'll say maybe early '80s, we had Cybertron, and then you had the Egyptian Lover, and then you had maybe the early '90s, we had Ectomorph, yourself, AUX88, and Drexciya, which I say at that time were the only ones that were really doing electro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What would you say that AUX88 did differently than those guys, and take on the mantle from why?
Drexciya was never attempting to make explicitly dance music. It has dance grooves. It references all the stuff that we're talking about, but it does it in another way that I think would almost be like people who make music for listening, for experience. You know, it's more descriptive of their imagination. It's that we could take certain tunes and use them almost against Drexciya's will as dance floor jams. You know, because that's not how they were thinking of it. And it was weird, the tunes that got picked up in Detroit, the very specific ones. It's like the fourth cut, or the B2 cut on Drexciya 3. That's a straight beat. You know, the ones that got chosen, it was surprising when it happened, but they would have breakdowns that would have 13 bars, they'd have like 14 bar intros, 9 bar, like little breakdowns and stuff. It's like for a DJ, everything has to be divisible by 4 or they can't handle it. Right. And then their drums are always the 808. It's only the 808, and then with really early Drexciya stuff, you have 909. But after they switch with Rob Hood, they switch the 909 for the 808. They trade, and then they're always 808. And then your guys' sounds weren't the analog drum machines. I think it was like R8s. It was sound cards and stuff, and it felt like the rhythms were programmed by hand, like fingering in the patterns. So there'd be like a little bit of that, like a hip hop guy would do with an MPC, to have a little bit of that looseness in there. It felt like professional musicians playing music that like sounds, and it was just like, if you know what a professional musician could do, it'd be like a small subset of what they could do. But it felt like professional musicians with Ectomorph and like Drexciya, Doppler effect. Electroids, like it was exploration of gear and like remembering, what was so exciting, what made me so excited about electronic music. What crossed the borders for me. It was like the Mojo, the Wizard, but it was more like the Mojo's mentality than the Wizard's mentality. It's like this deep science fiction thing. So like that's what but with Ectomorph, I tried to also differentiate it by having it be all analog but danceable, like thing a DJ could play. I only later found out that using an 808 as a master clock wasn't the smartest thing to do if you wanted DJs to be able to play it, because it fluxes in time more than like James Brown's drummers.
That's true. One other question is on the live performance. Would you say that with the Cybertron and Model 500 sound, would you say that AUX88 picked up the mantle to move things even a little bit further than what originally Juan Atkins had probably even planned?
I felt like it was a direct continuation of Metroplex, when actually Metroplex had stopped or maybe became very rare releases. I mean, it's like after the very beginning of the 90s, after like the Reckless Ron record and stuff and the Frequency record, I can't remember much stuff until it picks up again after he's working with Moritz. So yeah, it had totally stopped, and it felt like you guys could actually play his music. Like it actually, and later on, I mean, not very far into it, I think by the 95, I saw you doing the Concrete Space reunion show of Model 5. Yeah, and you guys were actually playing it. It was no surprise to me that he had chosen you, because you were already doing it. Yeah, but I felt like, that's the mantle that you were on. That's the level that you were on. Was that. Yeah. Wow. Any other questions you got?
Was Brendan Gillian, Ectomorph, and the name of his label is called Interdimensional Transmissions. And thanks, Brendan, man. Always good to see you and catch up with you. Thanks, Brendan, for that. That was really cool. It was a nice going to his place and doing the interview. We had a lot of fun. Me and Black Tony did that interview. Okay, this week's shout-outs. This shout-out is more special than any shout-out I've ever done. This is a special shout-out to my parents. They celebrated this week their 56th wedding anniversary. 56 years together. I couldn't even imagine. 56 years, that's a long time. But I want to send shouts out to them, man. As you can look at these pictures, man, they always been down with me, pushing me, there for me, always there with advice and always listening, but also giving advice and just supporting me from day one, man, and just push me to just work hard, work hard, work hard. Do what it is you want to do and work hard, work hard, work hard. So I want to say I love these two. Thank you. I just talked to them. They're just now getting their vaccine shot, the first one. I'm happy about that. And just want to say I love them to death, man. They awesome. Love y'all. And I hope that I'll see 156 more years for them, because they special, man. It's just like every time after I talk to them, I haven't seen them in almost 2 years. So every time I talk to them, it'll be tough when I get off the phone because I start thinking about, all the time that we missing, man. And I don't want nothing to happen. But I love them, and I want to say thank you for everything I've ever done. They always been there for me whenever I needed anything. It was not a hesitation to make it happen. So I love you guys. And on that note, I want to say I know what I've done, I know what I'm doing, and I know what I have done. So please know that I love and appreciate all the support that I get and everything that I've been given. So thank you so much, and get ready for episode 48. Can you believe that? Episode 48. Until next week, guys. See you later. Thank you very much. Hey, I just wanted to say, everyone, please hit that subscribe button for YouTube, and please subscribe to my page. I really have enjoyed all the support I've been getting, but hey, like this and subscribe to this page. Keith Tucker K-1. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you.